So here's the question. As a real estate investor, how do you build a business that you're excited to show up to every day while you constantly grow your stream of passive income that you and your family can depend on for life without having to leave your computer or even live somewhere that houses are affordable? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. Welcome to the Virtual Real Estate Investing Podcast with your host, Brian Elwood.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Today is Friday. The sun's out, on the way home from working out. And I gotta tell you, I love Fridays, don't you? There's just something different about the energy on a Friday versus any other weekday. And one of the coolest parts about being an entrepreneur, and if you're already an entrepreneur, you know what I'm talking about, is that you no longer dread Mondays like in the working world because you're ready to get at it. But by Friday, you're still glad it's Friday because you do need a break. Nobody's been making you work, but you kind of need a break from yourself almost. You need to chill out and kind of rejuvenate. So I love Fridays. Man, when I had my corporate job, I could not stand Mondays. I had a buddy who was also in the corporate world, and we called Sunday impending doom day because Monday was coming up. So basically, you know, we enjoyed Friday night, Saturday, and that was it. Sunday was impending doom day. The rest of the week sucked. So if you're not an entrepreneur yet, let me just tell you that one of the greatest benefits of becoming one is that you no longer have to live in this kind of world where you're always looking forward to the future. And you call Wednesday hump day. And, you know, you get real excited when the weekend comes and you hate when the weekend's over. All that goes away as soon as you start to do something where you're in control and something that you love. So think about that. It's powerful stuff. Today I want to talk about the niche out there that I think is the only one you need to focus on as a real estate investor. So as a real estate investor, we're always kind of playing with the 3% of houses out there that fit our model. So if you look at any given market, let's say that, I don't even know, 50,000 houses sell, once a year. It's probably more than that, in an average size city. Well, real estate investors usually will purchase maybe a couple thousand of those, of the 50,000, and the rest get sold retail through realtors to retail buyers who are going to live in the house. So that's a tiny little sliver of the activity that actually goes on that real estate investors buy. And if you look at that, niching down even further beyond that is going to serve you. Instead of going after the whole pie, go after the people who are more likely to sell to a real estate investor. And in our history of looking at probably 5 years of data, it shows that absentee owners, or in other words, landlords, are the number one niche that we've always done deals with. In fact, they only consist of maybe 20% of our total lists that we market to, but they've always made up 60% or so of our revenue. And if you've ever read the 4-Hour Work Week, you know about the 80-20 rule. And Tim Ferriss says focus on the 20% that makes you the 80%. And keep doing that over and over, and you'll compound your results. So we eventually decided to just focus on absentee owners only, because if we're only spending 20% of our marketing dollars on them right now, and they're making 60% of our revenue, what would happen if we spent 100% of our marketing dollars on absentee owners? And this is a recent switch that we've made. It hasn't happened super long ago. However, it's, in my mind, going to save us a lot of money and also make us a lot more money. So I will definitely report back and kind of keep you updated on how that goes. Another benefit of focusing on absentee sellers is that they have no emotional attachment to the property. They view it as an investment, just like we do. And so, therefore, anyone who sees things the way you do is naturally going to be easier to work with. Whereas someone who lives there, I mean, not only do they have a lot of emotions tied to the property, they've got history there. They also have to move out and they have all their stuff there. So you have to arrange for that. And they want more money, because they generally need the money worse than another investor needs the money. Another investor is going to look at the situation more objectively, whereas the homeowner is going to be a subjective view on the whole thing. They're not going to see it, via just the facts. So basically, the takeaway on this episode is that I recommend you guys focus your marketing efforts on absentee owners only. And probates are a great source of leads, and I would consider them to be absentee owned because they are. The owner of the house just inherited the house. They don't usually live there yet, and maybe they never will. It's an absentee owned property. So that's it, guys. Absentee owners. I'm telling you, I'm talking to you from 5 years of data here. The 80-20 rule has literally almost exactly lived in our data, showing us that absentee owners are where you need to be spending the money. And I recommend niching down even further than that. Beyond that, I'm going to save this for the next episode. In the next episode, I'm going to tell you what additional criteria you should add beyond just choosing absentee owners to really target your marketing and really get the most bang for your buck. Because a lot of the traditional forms of marketing, like direct mail and pay-per-click, have a very high cost per lead compared to digital marketing. So if you're getting into those spaces, it's always best to niche down and build a super focused list at first, and make sure you can make that list perform before you go wider and take more of the shotgun approach. So that's it, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Go out there, get some leads, crush it, and start to build your portfolio. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Want more? Get your free copy of Brian's book that is changing real estate businesses everywhere. Just go to www.fireyourself.net. Also, register for your free virtual real estate investing online masterclass at virtualinvestingclass.com.